Imagine finding yourself in a cozy living room, sipping tea, surrounded by friends, when the quiet town of Cornwall suddenly unravels into a web of secrets. What if a simple book club meeting harbored mysteries that go beyond the pages of their novels? A housewife's unexpected death during an evening as ordinary as any has flipped this serene community on its head. A tapestry of whispered secrets and concealed truths lie beneath the intellectual conversations and cultivated charm. Within this circle of seemingly harmless literature lovers, a darkness lurks that no one anticipated. Enter Detective Amelia Harper, a sharp-eyed investigator whose devotion to truth is as unwavering as her gaze. Hailing from a lineage of local ties, this mystery cuts close to home, as her own mother was one of the club's long-standing members. With a legacy of untangling the most intricate of puzzles, Detective Harper takes on a case that promises to be anything but straightforward. As we delve deeper, brace yourself for revelations that will paint a different picture of the friends you thought you knew and the stories they told. Stay with us as we unlock the secrets hidden in the delicate fabric of this women's book club and explore how Detective Harper pieces together the chilling tale of mystery that Cornwall has kept under wraps. Intrigue and intrigue alone will guide us through this unraveling story, promising to keep you guessing until the very end. Detective Amelia Harper steps into the spotlight, a figure whose reputation precedes her in the quiet corridors of Cornwall. Known for her methodical approach and sharp eye for detail, Amelia's tenacity has solved many a complex case that left others baffled. Her career is a testament to her steadfast dedication to uncovering the truth, no matter where it hides. With a string of high-profile cases under her belt, Amelia has made a name for herself as one who is unrelenting in her pursuit of justice. Her recent triumphs include unraveling a multi-million-dollar art theft and solving a decade-old missing persons case that others had long given up on. However, this case strikes much closer to home. Amelia's personal connection to the book club is undeniable. Her beloved mother, the late Helen Harper, was a cherished member of the club. This tie is more than mere coincidence, as it adds layers of complexity and urgency to Amelia's investigation. The death of a fellow housewife presents not just a professional challenge, but also a personal mandate to protect the legacy and secrets of her mother's friendships. As Amelia navigates the tangled web of secrets within the book club, her resolve is firm. This is not just a quest for truth, but a journey into her own past as she uncovers the tales that shaped her mother's life and, by extension, her own. Through her eyes, we are drawn into a mystery where every revelation holds not just intrigue, but the promise of something deeper, urging us to follow her lead into the heart of Cornwall's unraveling story. The sleepy town of Cornwall, nestled along a rugged coastline, exudes a timeless charm that belies the mysteries hidden within its cobblestone streets and quaint facades. Here, the whispers of the ocean waves are often complemented by tales of old, exchanged over cups of steaming tea in cozy nooks. Cornwall is a place where time seems to stand still, where the streets are lined with charming cottages, each with its own story to tell. There's a stillness in the air, a serene quality that invites contemplation and encourages secrets to linger just out of sight. At the heart of this idyllic setting lies Ravenscroft Manor, an imposing estate that has borne witness to both the passage of time and the unfolding of countless secrets. The manor's Gothic architecture, with its towering spires and ivy-clad walls, casts long shadows over the manicured gardens, providing an air of mystery that is both enchanting and unsettling. As clouds drift lazily across the sky, a veil of fog often descends upon Ravenscroft, shrouding its history in a mist that seems almost otherworldly. Within its dimly lit halls, the book club's gatherings unfold, their conversations echoing amidst the oak-paneled rooms that have held many secrets close. It's as if the very walls of Ravenscroft are alive, imbued with the whispers of those who have come before, urging Detective Harper to listen closely. The manor's grand library, with its towering shelves and velvet armchairs, serves as the epicenter of the club's literary pursuits. Here, amidst the scent of aged paper and leather-bound volumes, stories come alive, and the lines between fiction and reality blur. Cornwall, with its picturesque yet eerie charm, offers the perfect backdrop for the web of intrigue that Detective Harper is about to unravel. The tranquility of this coastal haven masks the undercurrents of mystery that flow beneath, setting the stage for a narrative that promises to peel back the layers of a seemingly perfect life and reveal the truths woven into its tapestry. As we draw closer to the heart of this tale, Cornwall stands as a silent observer, its secrets ready to be unearthed by those daring enough to seek them. Edward Hastings emerges in this story like an enigmatic figure, cloaked in charm and mystery. Known in Cornwall as a philanthropist with a gilded smile, Edward's benevolence masks a labyrinth of secrets intertwined with the book club's members. His frequent donations to local charities and community events have garnered admiration, yet whispers of his clandestine meetings and undisclosed affairs persist. Edward's connection to the club is more than mere philanthropy. He shares a past with several members, their stories woven through shared secrets and concealed intentions. Among them is Isabelle Knight, a vivid presence in Cornwall's artistic circles. Isabelle's eccentricity paints her as both a muse and mystery, her vibrant canvases often reflecting the turmoil beneath her whimsical exterior. Her ties to the deceased are rooted in rivalry, a competition for Edward's affections that stoked jealousy behind every brushstroke. Then there is Harold Murray, a man driven by ambition and the desire to elevate Cornwall beyond its provincial borders. Known as the town's industrious entrepreneur, Harold's business ventures often tread the line between innovative and unscrupulous. His motives are layered with greed, seeking control over the influential circle Edward holds in his grasp. Harold's connection to the housewife stems from financial entanglements that threatened not just business prospects but reputations. Each suspect brings a chapter of intrigue to this unfolding tale, their lives intricately bound to the housewife's untimely death. Through their associations with Edward Hastings, a web of potential motives spirals outward, each thread a possible path to the truth Detective Harper seeks. As we delve deeper into the suspects' lives, their facades begin to fracture, revealing vulnerabilities and desires that transcend mere appearances, urging viewers to ponder who among them might have crossed the line from rivalry and ambition into the shadows of deception and crime. The crime unfolded on an unassuming evening when the book club gathered at Ravenscroft Manor, the air thick with the scent of aged wood and the tang of anticipation. The housewife, Sarah Whitmore, hosted the meeting with her usual grace, her smile warm yet distant, as if hiding something beneath the surface. As the evening progressed, her laughter mingled with the clinking of teacups, yet those closest noticed a fleeting shadow in her gaze. The group settled into the grand library, with its towering shelves of stories yet untold, Sarah's choice that night was a peculiar one, raising a few eyebrows when she selected a novel shrouded in mystery and whispers of forbidden knowledge. It was a tale of betrayal and secrets, a choice that seemed to speak volumes in the silent language of the club's shared glances. As discussions unfolded, Sarah seemed preoccupied, her mind wandering far from the literary analysis at hand. A peculiar tension crept into the room, unnoticed by most, but palpable to those who knew her well. It was as if she carried the weight of something unsaid, something that lingered between the lines of the story she had chosen. As the meeting drew to a close, Sarah's demeanor changed. She excused herself, leaving the group with the promise of returning shortly. Minutes turned into an hour, and when a concerned member went to check on her, they discovered the unthinkable. Sarah was found lifeless in the study, the very book she had chosen lying open beside her. The circumstances of her death were mysterious, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. The room bore no signs of struggle, and yet an unsettling calm hung in the air, as if the manor itself held its breath in shock. The peculiar details of Sarah's last interactions, coupled with the ominous choice of her final book, cast a long shadow of doubt and suspicion, turning a simple literary gathering into the scene of a haunting enigma. It was a scene that begged to be unraveled, a puzzle waiting for Detective Harper to piece together. The urgency to uncover the truth took hold of the community, echoing through Cornwall like a chilling whisper that couldn't be ignored. With each heartbeat, the landscape of the investigation shifted, urging all involved to look beyond the surface and delve into the mysteries lurking within Ravenscroft Manor, where a housewife's death would unlock stories untold. The first clue emerged as Detective Amelia Harper meticulously combed through the study. A hidden letter tucked discreetly within the pages of Sarah Whitmore's chosen novel hinted at secrets too dangerous to be spoken aloud. Its curved script revealed fragments of a conversation steeped in betrayal and fear, beckoning Amelia to uncover more. Next, scattered across the book's margins, were annotations cryptic and coded, scribbled by a hand that seemed to dance between truth and fiction. These notes suggested a narrative of their own, woven into the fabric of the novel's plot, as if Sarah had been trying to communicate something deeper. Among the subtle chaos, a broken teacup lay shattered on the floor, its delicate porcelain now a jagged metaphor for the fractured serenity of the evening. Yet not all paths led to clarity. The investigation quickly tangled with red herrings designed to mislead. Several alibis offered by the club's members felt rehearsed, notes exchanged, and cover stories crafted in haste. Conflicting testimonies emerged, each laced with variance, as small discrepancies danced through their accounts of the night in question. Tensions rose, and suspicions twisted into a web of deceit. Through it all, Detective Harper's analytical prowess shone like a lighthouse amidst the storm. Her experience guided her keen eye to see beyond the smoke and mirrors, separating truth from fabrication with surgical precision. She knew that beneath every lie lay a kernel of truth, and it was this glimmer, however faint, that she pursued. Her relentless curiosity, coupled with an innate understanding of human nature, made her the perfect seeker of hidden truths in a world obscured by half-truths and secrets. As each clue was weighed against the other, Amelia's determination only grew, each step bringing her closer to unraveling the tightly woven mystery that had ensnared Ravenscroft Manor. The Women's Book Club was more than just a gathering of literary minds. It was a tapestry of personalities woven together by shared stories and underlying tensions. Within its circle lay a network of complex relationships, each member bringing their unique spark that fueled both connection and conflict. Sarah Whitmore, with her warmth and intelligence, was the linchpin around which the club revolved. Her charm was complemented by the sharp wit of Isabelle Knight, whose artistic brilliance sometimes bordered on the enigmatic. Their exchanges were fireside duels, filled with unspoken respect and the occasional spark of rivalry, especially when discussions strayed into personal territories or books that mirrored their own lives. Harold Murray, with his pragmatic outlook, often played the devil's advocate, prompting debates that were as heated as they were enlightening. His perspective added a layer of practicality to the club's conversations, challenging members to look beyond the romantic notions of their literary choices. This dynamic created a fragile balance, with each meeting an exploration not only of pages, but of human nature itself. The club's selections often reflected their lives, each book a mirror casting light into the shadows of their experiences. Novels with themes of betrayal, lost love, and redemption seemed to uncannily parallel real-life events, sparking whispered theories among the members and adding tension to their gatherings. Sarah had a penchant for choosing novels filled with symbolism, often pointing out how certain motifs echoed occurrences within their own circles. These observations, though seemingly whimsical, carried a weight that lingered long after their meetings ended. Certain books, marked with annotations and highlighted passages, became focal points of discussion, with every phrase dissected for hidden meanings. It was as if the books themselves held a map to untangling the intricacies of their lives. Through this shared exploration, the club became a microcosm of intrigue, its reality intertwined with the fiction it consumed. The lines between their world and the stories they read blurred, each session leaving its members with more questions than answers. It was a dance of words and emotions, where the past, present, and future appeared as reflections upon the pages they turned, urging Detective Harper to dig deeper into the secrets the club so delicately concealed within its literary pursuits. The personal lives of the book club members were as interwoven as the plot of any thriller they collectively devoured. Each person bore their own connection to Sarah Whitmore, a relationship shaded with nuances only familiar to those within their intimate group. Beneath the surface of polite smiles and monthly meetings lay a depth of emotion that extended from fierce loyalty to simmering tension. Jealousy occasionally flared during their gatherings, especially as Sarah had an uncanny knack for charming both friends and foes with equal ease. Isabelle Knight, for instance, despite their cordial interactions, harbored unspoken envy over Sarah's effortless social grace and her budding friendship with Edward Hastings. The hint of rivalry entwined with artistic fervor fueled Isabelle's creativity, but also stoked the fires of silent competition. Meanwhile, Harold Murray saw Sarah as an impediment to some of his more ambitious plans. Her allegiance with certain influential members thwarted his attempts to maneuver his business endeavors through their social circles. Greed colored his motives, an underlying ambition to remove obstacles in pursuit of progress, rendering Sarah a formidable symbol of challenge. Then there was Margaret Linton, a quieter presence in the club whose history with Sarah went back to school days filled with both camaraderie and conflict. Past grievances smoldered beneath their exchanges, a testament to the unresolved threads of youthful disputes that had matured into an adult vendetta. Margaret's interactions with Sarah were tinged with unresolved bitterness that only deepened over time. Each member, while maintaining an outward facade of friendship, harbored unique motives that stretched beyond the superficial. Retribution for past hurts, an insatiable desire for control, and the inevitable envy that grew from close proximity defined their hidden agendas. As Detective Harper sifted through their lives, it became clear that these personal grievances and ambitions were intricately woven into the fabric of the mystery surrounding Sarah's death. Each thread of personal connection not only added to the complexity of the investigation, but also propelled the narrative forward, promising to unravel deeper truths and darker secrets within the seemingly idyllic world of Cornwall's Women's Book Club. The hidden room at Ravenscroft Manor was a revelation Detective Harper stumbled upon during a thorough examination of the estate. This secret chamber, concealed behind an intricately designed bookcase, seemed a relic of mystery itself. As the heavy wood pivoted to reveal the entry, a world unseen by the club members unfolded. Within its shadowy confines lay an array of rare books, their spines gilded and titles obscured by time, each one a guardian of secrets untold. These volumes, some centuries old, chronicled not just tales of lore, but the clandestine codes of their times. Among them were documents, their pages yellowed and edges delicate with age. These papers bore witness to the clandestine transactions and private correspondences that had mapped the club's hidden network of influence and intrigue. A ledger caught Detective Harper's eye, its inked entries a meticulous account of the book club's dealings that went far beyond mere literary discussions. These records hinted at a series of confidential meetings and exchanges that suggested alliances and betrayals among the members. The implications were staggering, revealing a hierarchy and power play within the circle that had remained hidden in plain sight. The discovery of this hidden room marked a pivotal juncture in the investigation, shifting its course dramatically. With each document unearthed, the narrative evolved from one of simple social gatherings to a complex tapestry of manipulation and control. Detective Harper realized that the death of Sarah Whitmore was not an isolated incident, but a piece of a much larger puzzle that involved everyone entwined in this clandestine world. As the secrets of the hidden room began to unravel, the investigation took on new urgency and depth. The truth, once obscured by layers of deception, now gleamed within reach, beckoning Detective Harper to peel back every layer and reveal the true nature of the Women's Book Club, where tales of friendship and rivalry wove into a fabric of both human nature and machination. Detective Harper's pursuit of the truth was met with challenges that seemed as intricate as the mystery she sought to unravel. The tight-knit community of Cornwall, with its charming facades and whispered allegiances, formed a formidable barrier to her investigation. Closed-lipped townsfolk, bound by years of history and shared secrets, offered little more than polite evasion when questioned. Their reluctance to betray familiar faces or disrupt the fragile harmony of their town tested Amelia's patience and ingenuity. Even more daunting were the obstructive members of the book club, whose outward poise masked a calculated resistance to her probing questions. Their camaraderie, once a source of strength, now became an alliance against intrusion, each member skillfully deflecting inquiries with practiced ease. It was a dance of diplomacy, Amelia stepping carefully, aware that each misstep might close doors permanently. Yet within these confines, she found moments of clarity. Her determination shone through as she navigated this web of silence, leveraging her understanding of human nature to draw out truths hidden between the lines of their denials. There were moments when doubt crept in, whispering questions of whether the truth could truly surface amidst such veiled deception. But it was in these quiet instances of uncertainty that Amelia's resolve solidified. Her methodical approach, forged from years of experience, allowed her to peel back layers of resistance, revealing fractures in the facade. With each encounter, she gathered fragments of the narrative, patiently piecing them into the broader tapestry of intrigue. Detective Harper's journey was as much about unraveling the town's secretive nature as it was about solving the mystery of Sarah Whitmore's death. Each challenge, whether it be the silence that enveloped the community or the subtle resistance of the club members, became another thread in the complex weave of Cornwall's hidden truths. It was this resilience and unyielding dedication to uncovering the facts that gradually illuminated the shadows, guiding her ever closer to the heart of the mystery that bound them all. As the investigation deepens, new revelations begin to pierce through the veil of deceit, cloaking the Cornwall community. Each day brings to light hidden facets of the book club members' lives, unraveling a complex web that stretches far beyond literary discussions. Detective Harper finds herself at the nexus of these revelations, her every discovery shedding light on the tangled threads binding the club. Tension escalates among the members as secrets long buried start to surface, shaking the foundation of their once unified facade. The air is thick with distrust, each glance laden with suspicion as alliances fray at the edges, and the camaraderie they once cherished fades into wary silence. Conversations that once flowed with ease are now punctuated by apprehensive pauses, each member wary of the other's intentions. They find themselves trapped in a labyrinth of their own making, and with every secret laid bare, the peril of exposure looms larger. The stakes have never been higher. Detective Harper's relentless pursuit inches her closer to the core of the truth, a truth that threatens to unravel the carefully constructed lives within the book club. Her probing questions and astute observations peel back layers of deception, revealing a conspiracy that goes deeper than anyone dared to imagine. In this pursuit, she uncovers alliances that were never meant to see the light of day and grudges that have simmered beneath the surface, fueling an unseen fire. As she draws nearer to unveiling the truth, the danger becomes palpable. Whispers of discontent ripple through Cornwall, each murmur a testament to the growing unease. The once charming town is now a stage set for a drama of hidden stakes and concealed motives. In the shadows, someone is determined to keep these secrets buried, even at the cost of their own sanity. It's a race against time as Detective Harper matches wits against an adversary who will stop at nothing to protect their carefully guarded truth. With each passing moment, the tension mounts and the line between ally and foe blurs, setting the stage for a confrontation that promises to lay bare the truth beneath the lies. In a startling turn of events, Detective Harper uncovers evidence that reshapes the entire narrative surrounding Sarah Whitmore's death. What was once perceived as a spontaneous tragedy reveals itself to be the calculated endgame of a conspiracy years in the making. Among the whispers and red herrings, the veneer of accidental misfortune begins to crumble, exposing the intricate machinations that led to that fateful night. The hidden ledger discovered in the cloistered room of Ravenscroft Manor wasn't simply an account of gatherings and whispered secrets. Its pages, deciphered under Detective Harper's keen eye, unveiled a clandestine plot masterminded by none other than Edward Hastings. His benevolence was merely a smokescreen, a guise under which he orchestrated a network of deceit and manipulation. His aim was to control the narrative, ensuring that every member of the book club danced to the tune of his silent accord. The conspiracy running through the club was revealed to have roots deeper than anyone imagined. Sarah's choice of book that evening, seemingly random, was a preordained selection influenced by Hastings to cover an agenda only he was privy to. Her death was not an unfortunate event, but a necessary plot point in Hastings' grand design to unearth secrets that threatened his carefully crafted empire. But why Sarah? She was the one member who had inadvertently stumbled upon the truth buried within the club's literary facade. Hastings, aware of her discovery and her impending threat to unravel his dominion, set a plan into motion. The book club's meetings, long seen as innocent assemblies of shared literary passion, were revealed to be fronts for Hastings' manipulation, where he played each participant like a piece on a chessboard. This revelation shatters the cozy image of camaraderie that the club had so meticulously maintained. The death of Sarah Whitmore was not just a crime, but a well-orchestrated move in a game of power and influence, casting suspicion and guilt across the entire ensemble of characters. As Detective Harper pieces together these new insights, the town of Cornwall is thrust into the spotlight, its secrets laid bare as observers grapple with the unsettling truth. The nature of Sarah's demise, now seen as part of a grand scheme, forces those involved to reassess their allegiances and reevaluate each whispered conversation and shared glance. The story they thought they knew stands irrevocably altered as each truth uncovered presents more questions, pushing boundaries and demanding a complete re-examination of their perceived reality. The confrontation unfolds during the monthly book club meeting, where an air of tension hangs heavily in the room. Seated around the grand library of Ravenscroft Manor, the members exchange wary glances, each painfully aware that their secrets are no longer safe. Detective Harper, with her unwavering gaze, commands the room as she stands ready to disclose the truth that has eluded them all. The atmosphere is taut, charged with the expectation of revelations that will forever alter the dynamics of the club. Clearing her throat, Detective Harper begins. "Ladies and gentlemen, the time for pretense is over. The truth about Sarah Whitmore's death has surfaced, and it's time we confront it head-on." Her words linger in the air like a storm on the brink, the room silent save for the steady ticking of the clock. Edward Hastings shifts uncomfortably, his polished facade slipping as he tries to maintain composure. Detective Harper locks eyes with him, and the challenge in her gaze is unmistakable. "Edward," she continues, her voice steady and resolute, "the game is up. Your network of deceit and your manipulation of this club for your own gain are no longer hidden in shadows." A murmur ripples through the group, disbelief mingled with a hint of fear as eyes dart between the detective and Edward. He opens his mouth to protest, but Detective Harper cuts him off, her voice slicing through his denial. "The ledger you thought so cleverly concealed speaks volumes. Every transaction, every orchestrated meeting, it's all there. You played each member against the other, and Sarah, poor Sarah, she found out your truth." Edward's expression hardens, the mask of benevolence cracking as his eyes narrow. "And what of it?" he retorts bitterly, the veneer of charm replaced by cold calculation. "Do you think they care? They're all complicit, too invested in their secrets to want anything changed, but Detective Harper's resolve remains unshaken. This is not just about Sarah's death anymore. It's about justice, about unraveling every lie you've spun to keep others in check. Each of them deserves to know how you used their vulnerabilities against them. The room quivers with the weight of her words, the members' silence a testament to the grappling of their own guilt and betrayal. Isabelle Knight, her voice trembling yet defiant, speaks up. Sarah was the bravest among us. She didn't deserve this, Edward. You turned our refuge into a battlefield. Her words ignite a spark of courage among the others, voices once silenced now rising in a chorus seeking justice and truth. As the confrontation reaches its crescendo, the walls of Ravenscroft stand witness to the unraveling of Edward's machinations. Detective Harper's revelation marks a turning point, the book club now poised to rebuild from the ashes of deceit. Edward Hastings, once the puppeteer, finds himself exposed, his web of lies dismantled by the very people he sought to control. The stage is set for justice to prevail, the shackles of secrecy broken, heralding a new dawn for the book club members and the town of Cornwall, forever changed by the courage to confront the truth. The resolution of the mystery brings with it a cascade of change that ripples through the heart of Cornwall. With Edward Hastings' manipulation exposed, the once tightly knit women's book club begins to unravel. The bonds held together by shared stories and covert alliances dissolve in the harsh light of truth. Members who once whispered in shadowed corners now find themselves on divergent paths, their connections strained by the revelations that have torn through their carefully curated facades. Detective Amelia Harper, standing at the center of this unraveling, reflects on the case with a mix of triumph and introspection. The journey has not only been one of justice, but one of personal awakening. As she navigates the delicate line between her professional duty and the emotional ties to her late mother's circle, Amelia finds herself pondering the complexities of human nature and the masks people wear. The investigation has not only unveiled the depths of deceit among the club members, but also illuminated the strength and resilience that exist within communities when faced with adversity. For Cornwall, the exposure of such deep-seated secrets acts as a catalyst for reflection and change. The town, once wrapped in the comfort of its own seclusion, now stands at a crossroads. The revelation of the book club's inner workings forces its residents to confront the hidden layers within their seemingly peaceful lives. Yet, with this confrontation comes an opportunity for growth, as individuals and as a community. Amelia's journey has been transformative, reigniting her sense of purpose and reaffirming her commitment to truth. The case's resolution allows her to honor her mother's memory while forging her own path as a detective dedicated to uncovering the hidden stories that shape their world. As justice is served and the final pages of this chapter turn, there remains a satisfying sense of closure. The truth, once buried beneath layers of deception, shines brightly, offering redemption to some and a new beginning to others. Detective Harper, with the weight of her mother's legacy on her shoulders, takes solace in the fact that her unwavering pursuit has not only unveiled a mystery, but has also paved the way for healing and renewal. With a newfound clarity, she stands ready to face whatever mysteries the future may hold, her resolve as steadfast as ever. In retrospect, the unraveling of Sarah Whitmore's death was a journey through layers of deception, revealing the intricate web spun by those we thought we knew. From the charming facades of Cornwall's elite to the shadowy corridors of Ravenscroft Manor. Every secret uncovered added depth to the mystery. Detective Amelia Harper's unyielding pursuit of truth exposed not only the manipulations of Edward Hastings, but also the hidden strengths and vulnerabilities of the book club members. This investigation challenged the very fabric of Cornwall's community, prompting an introspective look at the lives we lead and the faces we present to the world. Throughout it all, themes of friendship, betrayal, and redemption wove together, reflecting the complexities of human nature. Sarah's passing was not just a moment of loss, but a catalyst for change, encouraging each person touched by these events to reevaluate their own truths. As we close this chapter, we invite you to reflect on the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of everyday life, reminding us that what we see is often just the beginning. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of Cornwall's most riveting mysteries. If you've been captivated by this tale, be sure to subscribe for more compelling stories where shadows and secrets intertwine. Hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss our next adventure into the unknown.